Hi, my name is Lakshay, and I'm going to be introducing the HurScan web app. Now, HurScan is a hurricane tracking software that helps users and businesses look at past and future hurricane data to keep themselves safe on the seas. HurScan is based off of a data set of temperature and wind data taken from buoys laid across the Pacific Ocean. We coded the app in Python using the Flask framework. We use SQLite for our databases and PyTest and Selenium for our testing. You'll also notice that the app has this beautiful nautical theme because this is a very nautical app. Now, when the user first signs on, they'll be brought to this beautiful login page where they can try to log in, but we'll see that, oh, looks like I don't have an account. I can click on create one to be taken to the registration page. And here I'll just enter some data. So my first name, there we are. We'll need a phone number for alerts, establish a username, and for passwords, we'll choose something very simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, one thing to note is that if your passwords don't match, the registration page will give you a little alert. And so we will put correct credentials. And so the form itself has a bunch of these authentication techniques to make sure that the user signs in and registers their new account using correct credentials. So once again, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if they match, we'll be taken to the user dashboard. Now I'll sign back out and show that, oh, account created. And so now that when I try to sign in using my new account, it can happily do its authentication with the SQLite database and take me to the user dashboard. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Komal, and I will be showing the user dashboard for HurScan. So if you log in as an admin, you know that you are an admin. If you can see this button right here, which is an admin view, which opens up an admin dashboard, which we will explain later in the video what that entails. But for now, I'll only be exploring the main user dashboard page. So we have two data visualizations in terms of a graphical representation here. So on the top, we have the different values for humidity, air temperature, zone, and air winds based on our database. So we have two dropdowns, one for the years and one for the months. And if you just pick a year and a month, press submit, then the graph changes. We can see that visually, it looks like the bar graph didn't change much. That's because the values are not so different because it is average data over a set amount of years. But if you hover over, you can see the weather data values. So for example, for humidity here, we have 81.536. And if I change, then it changed to 84.135. So that means the graph is working. Then our second graph here is more of a static one. So it shows the total temperature for different months. Again, all of this data is extracted from the database, and it will be updatable if the database changes. And on the left side here, we have a map data visualization. It is made using a Leaflet API. We have a bunch of filter buttons here. So the first one here lets you pick the date. And since our database does have historical data, it contains data from the years of 1989 to around 1995. So here we can pick a specific date. So I'll pick 1995, May, apply date. And here you can see that the heat map updated itself based on the filter we provided. And let's pick a different month here. So July, January, and you can see that it is updating. Now we can also filter by temperature. So let's enter in some values here. And now you can see that the heat map updated itself based on the different temperature values. And that is all for me. Thank you.
Okay, hi, I'm Julie, and I worked on the predictions dashboard on our website. And so the first thing that the user sees when they click onto this dashboard is this heat map showing all of the current hurricanes happening in the Pacific Ocean. And they also see this screen box, which will show statistical information about future hurricanes in an area that they pick on the map. So how the map works is that if a user clicks on an area where we don't have enough data to make a prediction about a future hurricane, they will see this pop-up that says not enough data in this location, please click elsewhere on the map. That way the user knows that they need to click somewhere else. But if they click somewhere where we do have data, they will see this marker with a circle showing the range of the values that are included when making this prediction. It will also show the latitude and longitude of the specific spot that they clicked on. And when they click make a prediction, first of all, the heat map will update with a small little heat circle showing the prediction in the area that they clicked on. It will also show the humidity percentage in that area, the sea surface temperature, the air temperature, and it will also show the current risk. So in this specific spot, the risk is high. However, if I click somewhere else, maybe here, the risk is now low. So the risk updates based on these parameters specifically. And then a user will also see, once they scroll, this graph, which shows predictions on temperature, humidity, and air based on a specific month that you choose. So for example, if I choose April, we see that the temperature is the average predicted temperature is at 28.012. But when they choose a different month, like August, for example, it's now at 27.798 degrees. And so both this graph and this green box, which updates the values, were used using machine learning, specifically linear regression. And then finally, there is the send alert section, which Noah will talk about into more detail. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Noah Stasiak, and I'm a third-year computer science student here at UBCO, and I'm going to be presenting a lot of what I worked on for our HurScan app. So the first feature that I'm going to show is the alerts preferences page. So this page is a pretty simple UI. Basically, you log into your account, and as a user, you select some preferences. So you're like, I live in North America, and then you could enter your phone number and email. And what this will do is this signs you up for alerts in that zone. So at the moment we just have North and South America, but in the future we kind of plan to add more zones. And then it hooks up your phone number and email to be alerted for if hurricane activity is happening in this zone. You can sign up for one or both of them, and then you'll click the Save Preferences button here at the bottom. In our SQLite database, everything will update to represent are your preferences, which will be used in the predictions page, where we have combined it with the alerts using Twilio to make some pretty cool stuff happen. So now I'm going to transition over to our predictions dashboard. Basically, Julie has already presented much of what's going on here, but there's one important feature that's kind of been left out. It's the one in the bottom right corner. You can kind of see it there. Basically, what it allows us to do is alert the users of upcoming hurricane activity. So once we go through and come up with a prediction, so I'm going to click here, make a prediction, as we've already seen, all this data is here, but like only whoever is signed in can see that. So we want to let the users know that a hurricane's coming. So what happens is we're going to be like, oh, okay, like that prediction is in North America or South America. We want to I think it's kind of in the middle. So I want to let users who've selected either of them or both know about that. So I'm going to check those off, and I'm going to click the send alerts button. And then as it's going through, it's going to send an alert to each user who has those signed in preferences. So I'm logged in as myself, and I have my own email here. So once that happens, they're going to get an email that populates that information that we have in our predictions. So the humidity, temperature, air pressure, all that kind of stuff is going to go right to their email inbox, as well as their text messages, as kind of seen here. So yeah, that's the alerting feature with the predictions combination there.
Hi, my name is Trevor. I'm going to be going over the admin dashboard section for the HurScan project. So here we click on the admin view section because we are logged into admin 1, which is the account that has admin privileges. So within the admin dashboard, we can see there are two pieces of functionality, the create new alert and display user information. So displaying user information, it gives you a little bit of information about the user, the ID, the username, where they're located, if they've specified, their preferences for alerts, as well as their status of their admin status. And so you have the option to delete users, and so I can just go and delete user 1, and once I reopen the table, you can see that user 1 is deleted from it. So here we can also create new alerts. Let's say we have a weather report, rain incoming, that's our title, and so we can give it some text. So let's say rain is going to happen tomorrow. And so that's our alert, and that will be added into our HurScan database, which is located in the back end of our project, and it inserts into the alert table. And so once we click that, it should be added, and yeah, that's about it.